guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Diana, and today I'm going to be continuing the North Node series. I'm going to be discussing the Virgo North Node, and if you don't know where your North Node is placed or what house it's in, I'll leave links down below to the websites that you can get where you can get your free chart. You want to say hi to the camera, pup? Sorry, excuse my dog. He's a Boston Terrier, and I just don't know how to control him. He's a Pisces too, so get down, thank you. So the other thing I wanted to touch on before we get into this discussing this placement is that I am offering birth chart and relationship reading. So if you would like to book a reading, you can go on oneloveastrology.com. Let's first talk about what the North Node and the South Node means before we get into the description of what it means in Virgo. So the North Node and the South Node represent the North Node represents your life purpose. It represents what your soul needs to accomplish in this life for it to be fulfilled. Its chart is a very uncomfortable position to master and to reach due to the fact that these are the qualities that you're not used to. These are the qualities that you have to build up and work on in your life, and they're definitely not what you're used to. The South Node in your chart are the tendencies that you need to leave behind, but it's where you usually go to when things get uncomfortable, and it's just not going to allow for growth. You have to go through uncomfortable situations in this life to grow, and in this case it's going to be your North Node. Now if you have your North Node in Virgo, that means you have your South Node in Pisces or in the 12th house. So with that said, you come from a past life where you were alone. You were maybe somebody who was really spiritual, who lived in a monastery, somebody who sacrificed themselves and their lives and gave it up completely to religion. Pup, can you please get down? So you sacrificed your life and gave it up to religion. Maybe you were a nun. You were somebody who was, full of compassion and love, and you believed in God. And I mean, you may have had a good spiritual life full of faith. On the other hand, though, you could have been really caught up in drugs and escapism. Maybe you could have been a crazy person that ended up in an asylum or a mental health hospital. You had many past lives where those types of situations were prominent, and in this life you need to get back in touch with the material world. You need to get back in touch with facts and not necessarily things that can't be seen. As a Virgo North Node, you really need to learn on how to be present and be in the moment and look at facts and be very detail oriented across all areas of your life, because you're so used to chaos and delusion and deception from your previous lives that in this life the universe is going to bring a lot of chaos to you to test how you're going to react. So whether it be with work, with your personal relationships, or in life in general, you're going to attract chaos. So you're going to attract people that are crazy. You're going to attract work situations that are crazy, home situations that are crazy, and it is your job now to fix chaos, and it's your job now to tackle chaos head on instead of escaping or running away like you normally would have in your past life, or leaving it to God. It's going to serve you. Number one, as far as your personal life goes, it's important that you guys live an organized life. So it's important that you guys own your own time. So set alarms, set a daily routine, because it's going to keep your life at a smoother level Otherwise, you're going to be going through periods of anxiety, not knowing what's going on, being super frantic because you're getting used to this Virgo life of juggling a lot of things that work out, eat healthy, you know, do your laundry, fold your clothes right away. It's important that you guys live in a life of order in your personal life. You know, don't let dishes pile up, tackle them. Even if you do have a lot of dishes, tackle them, because that's really, more than other signs, that's gonna make you feel a lot better. As far as your career goes, it's very beneficial, or you guys can be great healers. You guys have that past life experience of really getting in touch with other people and what they're feeling, and kind of knowing the areas that are in their bodies that, you know, need healing. So you guys could be great Reiki masters. You guys could be great nurses. You guys are here to fix chaos, and usually when there's health problems or something chaotic going on in a person's body, or even in their mind, you guys can make great psychologists or psychiatrists and kind of bring your expertise from your past lives of being super spiritual, but also matching that up with the facts and the science of this. On top of that, you guys have past lives of being very compassionate and loving. So as long as in this life you're operating from a level of compassion and love, it will really help you in your career. You need a career that allows you to be very observant and like allows you to focus on the details. So obviously if you're somebody in the medical field, it would really serve you to be someone who at first observes the patients, you know, gets all the details, gets all the facts in order, and then make your diagnosis. Your love life, it's important that you guys are also detail oriented in that sense. So before you even get into a relationship, be sure that you ask yourselves a lot of questions, like, what do I want in a partner? How, like, you know, how do I want us to grow? What kinds of stuff do I need them to have in common with me? How much alone time will I need? It's important to kind of answer all those questions, because you're here to develop this analytical role. And in relationships, what's likely gonna happen is you're gonna fall in love with chaos, and then you're gonna put on your rose-colored glasses and only see the best in people, and then they're gonna drain you, because you guys are not gonna progress, and they're not gonna want to make improvements like ultimately your soul is trying to do. So it's important that, you know, within 2 weeks to a month of first dating someone, you guys like really observe their behaviors. You really observe how they operate, how their life is, to see if it's going to match up with you. And if you guys are already in committed relationships, I would say that it's important that you guys find ways to be practical together, whether it's, you know, splitting up the bills, or working on a goal to relationships. Is that from past lives you're probably used to being so abused from being misunderstood. So subconsciously now in this life, you guys put yourself into, hi Bubba, excuse my baby, he's learning how to talk. So you guys put yourself in situations where you guys are likely to be abused, and you guys kind of feel like that's what you need to do. You need to sacrifice yourself. So the other thing that I wanted to touch on is anxiety. Having a Virgo North Node, or the North Node in the 6th house, can bring upon a lot of anxiety, because you guys are so used to using your imagination, using your creativity in previous lives, and that can work both ways. Yes, it can make you guys, you know, great artists and stuff, but with imagination, you guys can also start imagining stuff that's not really there in this life. In this life, say that your tire in your car needs air, then you guys can start imagining stuff like, oh my god, I'm going to, you know, roll off the freeway and kill someone, and then you guys get anxiety over stuff that's not really real. Instead of, you know, overthinking situations and bringing upon anxiety that's not there for yourself, it's important that you guys just tackle your problem, get off the freeway on the nearest stop, and put air in your tire. And that's no what if situations that you guys are creating in your type of anxiety imagination, creativity, what if situations that you guys are doing to yourselves can happen in any area of your life. You guys can literally imagine the worst. And in order for you guys to cut that cycle, you guys need to focus on doing something practical, whether in the moment be, you know, going to work, going to exercise, or doing something that's beneficial for yourself. You guys need to refocus your energy as your life as a server now. In this life, you're supposed to be a server. You're supposed to help people that are in chaos, and you're supposed to have this unconditional love that you've already mastered and now apply it towards people in practical ways. So one of the things that will benefit you guys is owning pets, because that way you can, you know, serve the need of somebody that actually needs you, that has unconditional love for you, and it'll make you happy knowing that you groomed them, you fed them, you know, you walked them, and it'll help you stay busy, and it'll kind of help with your anxiety in a sense too. What I'm wanting to leave you guys with is about how you guys unconsciously have the fear that you guys are going crazy or going nuts, because it all comes from anxiety, right? So in order to beat that, for you Virgo North Node people, make lists, pay your bills on time, keep track of everything that you need to do. It'll make you feel a lot better, and it'll make you feel like you have a sense of control over your life. Do everything out of compassion and love, and observe everything. If something's not going well in your job, in your relationship, like really think about where the problem is instead of imagining or withdrawing from the situations, because in this job, withdrawing is not going to help you anymore. Praying is not going to help a lot, and leaving it to God is not going to fully work. It's time for you to tackle things head on and fix the problems that you observed with your own eyes. So that was my description for the North Node in Virgo, or the North Node in 6th house. If you have any questions, leave them below. And remember, you can purchase a reading at oneloveastrology.com. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.